So hello and welcome. My name is Zoe. Our team is called Hexley. We will be talking about the volunteer portal we developed, Experify Help. Today we're going to give a quick introduction to what the project is, then we will talk about the UX design process and deliverables. Then we will talk a little bit about the development process and show a demo of our front end and back end, and we'll each talk about how we contributed to the project. So we have been asked to develop a mobile web application that will be used by volunteers in long-term care facilities, retirement homes, and hospitals to give them guidance on how to facilitate the events. The overall goal with this mobile web application is to increase the participation in the events to help reduce the social isolation the residents feel, as well as to prevent mental and physical illness, as there has been a link between the two. So for our approach to the project, we followed the user-centered design. We started off by doing user research to identify who our primary user will be and what their needs will be. Then we did our analysis to plan out the functionality of the mobile web application. Then we took our analysis and created the design. We then made a prototype and did user testing to see what we needed to improve.
Hello everyone, my name is Pinky, and now I'm going to talk about user research and analysis. Let's start with product research. In product research, we did business research and market research to identify the problem area in our business and for understanding why customer will choose our service or over our competitor. After that, we did competitive research to know who will be our competitor. Finally, we did brand research to know deep understanding of customer minds. For user research, we took 26 interview of age range of 60 to 80 of resident and 33 interview of age range of 60 to 30 of volunteer to identify who will be the our primary user. Next slide, please. In the analysis, we took all user research data and make four persona, two persona for volunteer, one for admin, and one for resident. We then took the persona and we made four user story and scenario that help us to identify what will be the main user of our app. Now.
Hi everyone, I'm Gagandeep. So after creating the scenarios, we made our information architecture to map out the navigation of the app. Then we created a rough design on the paper focusing on the main functionalities of the app. This process is a paper prototype. While paper prototyping seems simple, this method of usability testing can provide a great deal of useful feedback, which will result in the design of a better product. So moving further to the next slides. After the paper prototype, we created wireframes. So wireframes are used early in the development process to establish the basic structure of a page before visual design and content is added. So after wireframes, we created the visual design and visual mockup. Visual design is the use of imagery, color, shapes, typography, and form to enhance usability and improve the user experience and our interactive visual mockup. Once we finished our interactive visual mockup, we did the usability testing again and took the feedback and revised our interactive mockup.
Hello everyone, my name is Charlie and I'll be showing you some key features in the app. So here we are at the home screen. Our first feature is the events of the day, where a volunteer can see what tasks are happening each day. We also have the task and attendee information. This shows the amount of tasks that need to be completed and the number of attendees at the event. This is split into two sides. The left is the total tasks and attendees. When the volunteers start to complete tasks and start picking up attendees, the numbers on the right will increase to show everyone the event setup progress. When on the map screen, users can zoom in and out of the map and choose which floor they are on. Next, we have the event details screen. When a user taps on the compass, it opens up a modal window showing the map. Users can zoom in and out of the map. We also have a checkbox where volunteers can tap when they have completed a task, showing all other volunteers that the task has been completed. Swipe to pick up is our next feature. Volunteers can swipe on a task or resident to show all volunteers that they were working on that event. When a volunteer has swiped on a task or attendee, they get added to the event. So every volunteer can see that they are currently working the event. Finally, we have the filter, where users can filter the residents by gender and if they need extra assistance. And on the residents details screen, volunteers have the option to edit their resident interests. Next, I'll hand it over to Tian.
Thank you, Charlie. Hi, my name is Tian. So I'm going to talk about technical research. Initially, we did some research on technologies and platform. What programming language are we going to use? Library and support tool are useful for us. Hosting service and price, and also some techniques that we can use when developing the portal. After analyze and evaluate, we went to decision that we are going to use React.js for the front end, Node.js for the back end, and MySQL for the database. Next, I'm going to show you the high-level architecture. As you can see, we implement both the front end and the back end. So for the front end, we use React.js as the framework and some major libraries such as Redux, React Bootstrap, and CSS. For the backend, we use Node.js and MySQL. So how does the whole application works? When the user opens the volunteer portal, the application will call the API to get the data from the server. The server will validate the request, then call the query to get or update the data in the database. Then it will send the response back to the front end. We use that response to display the front end. Finally, I will talk about the database and API. Because our client already has admin portal to store the data such as resident information. So for implementing the volunteer portal, we need to take their database structure and add more tables and fields that are necessary for the volunteer portal. Therefore, the client can easily integrate our volunteer portal with their existing system. After that, we start to build the API so that we can use to get the data. Next link will show you the demo.
So Zoe, please stop sharing. Okay, I will share. Yes, screen. Yeah. Hello, my name is Lin, and I will demo the API call and the function of the volunteer portal. First, in the database is MySQL. See, we have a user with this email information, and we will use the information to send API request to the server to get the user information and the token. We will use this. We will use this token to call an other API to get the list of event. There's a list of event today events. And now I will show you the function in the volunteer portal. Information in home screen. First is a volunteer, so he can see the list of today event, and he can tap on the name of the map of an event to see the map floor. Can zoom to see detail. And he also can tap to an event to see the detail of the event. And here is the list task of the event. One task is picked up by another user, and he can pick up a task. And if he can pick up another task as well. And if he change his mind, he can undo. And here, when he back to the home screen, the list of event is divided into lists. Here, the event he is working on will be on the top, so he is easy follow and come back to it. When he finish a task, he can check to mark it completed. And this is attendees list of an event, and he can pick up attendee who need help. Yeah, and also can tap to the compass to see the floor of the attendee. Yeah. The information will be updated in the top, so Chris can easy to keep track the progress of the event. When he finished to pick up an attendee will box a drive. And the next function is the map of the facility. This is the map of different floor, and user can tap to see a different map, and also can zoom to see the detail. The next module of the volunteer portal is the resident list. In the resident list, show all the residents of the facility. In this list, you can filter to easily find a resident you want, and you also can search by name. So Alice Wonder, and you can tap to the name of the resident to see the resident detail. In the resident detail, this is the profile, and this is the list of interest of the resident. And here the list of events the resident already registered for. And in the top, there's the user profile. There's information of the current user who's logged into the volunteer portal. In the profile, there's personal information like phone, email, address, and also the list of events he's working on. Yeah. So you can tap to see detail event. So thank you. That's all for the demo. Stop.
Now everyone will do a quick introduction to how they contributed to the project. So first, my name is Zoe. I am the team lead for the project. I designated tasks to my team members, reviewed and modified their work, and helped keep the project on track with a professional quality. I was also the design lead. I worked on the UX UI design deliverables. This included user research, personas, user stories, usage scenarios, information architecture, prototype, UI wireframes, visual design, interactive visual mockup. And for the development, I worked on the CSS to ensure common visual style in the app.
Hello, my name is Ling. I'm a full stack developer of the team. My task in this project was design the prototype, paper prototype, and the function. And after that, I moved to app research and development. I designed a database and developed the API to get the data from database to the client side. After that, I deployed the client side, server side to cloud. It's a Heroku cloud platform, and I do performance testing, functional testing, integration testing, and user acceptance testing for the application to catch issues. And next, we meet Pinky.
Hello everyone, my name is Pinky Thakur. I am a member of faculty team in our Experify project. I participate in various areas in UX design and development, like preparing team logo, designing pitch poster, designing paper prototype, preparing user story and scenario, preparing usability testing document, and testing scenarios. Uh, Apart from that, I also work on CSS and prepare the presentation of the team meeting with client. Uh, Next, Charlie will give you introduction.
My name is Charlie. I was one of the UX/UI designers for the team. I helped with user research and personas and was the primary designer for the wireframes, visual design, and interactive visual mockup. I helped work on the CSS during development to make sure the app followed our design as best as we could.
Hi, I'm Thiên, the technical lead. I ensure we provide high quality solution for the project, eliminate technical issues by doing various research and demo before deciding any framework or library to use for development. I delegate the tasks to team members and help them if they have any issue. And beside that, I work on development deliverable, build on front-end functionality, and work on CSS as well to make sure the application meet the visual design. Next, Gandhi will introduce himself.
Thank you, Thian. Hi, I'm Gagandeep Chavda, and I'm the team member of the team Hexley. So my role in the team was pretty dynamic because I participated in both design and development. I started with the research, whether it was a product related research or a technical research. So for the UX design, I conducted the usability testing for the initial app mockup. For the development, I worked on the technical research document, data structure, creating queries for the database, collecting dummy data, CSS, and deployment document. And after the testing, I helped the team with the fixing bugs. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.